All right, guys, I have a game called Fair or Foul for you, and I know this one's going to be very interesting because a couple things made me scratch my head. One, Nazem Kadri. Nazem Kadri, of course, the Toronto Maple Leafs forward. They're taking on the New York Islanders and John Tavares. We know Tavares, very good player when he played in the Ontario Hockey League. Got the exemption, right? This guy's a stud. Now, here's the thing. When they asked Nazem Kadri yesterday during the media scrum, and they said, well, do you compare yourself, because they were both in the same draft year, to John Tavares? Or there certain things that you guys are aligned? Well, he said, you know what? We are similar. You know, one thing he's got is probably a harder work ethic, but I think in terms of talent and level, I think we're the same. I think that's ludicrous, knowing where Nazem Kadri is and where John Tavares is. So I say, if you got to tell me if my statement's fair or foul, Nazem Kadri has no right to put his name in the same breath as John Tavares. Fair or foul? And we'll start with you, Claire.
Fair. I think that's absurd. No, that's a bold statement. I mean, yeah, we talked about cocky versus confidence before.
But you don't say that stuff out loud.
I know, that's
one thing you don't say out loud.
That's the thing.
It's like comparing yourself to Wayne Gretzky or the top player of that.
Yeah, and like, good for him. Way to be all about that. But yeah, it's a little dicey.
That kind of tells everything about the Maple Leafs right there. That you have a fellow that, you know what, on a good hockey team, he's hard to crack a top six on a very good hockey team. Who's kidding who? He's a third line guy. So you're comparing yourself, who's a third line guy on a good hockey team, and he's not on a good hockey team, to Tavares, who is an elite player in the entire game. No, not right at all.
Ludicrous.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to take a commercial break. When we return, we're going to have Greg sound off next.